Lori. My nickname is Reenie, and I'd like to welcome you to Reenebobeane Creations. If this is the first time you've stopped by to check out my channel, welcome. I do hope you like what you see. If you do, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up button, and sharing with your fellow crafters. If you've been to see me before and you're back, I'm so grateful that you are. And if you haven't already done so, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. And again, give it a big like and share with your fellow crafters. So for today's craft, we're doing the first fall craft. Fall is my favorite season. I love the colors of fall. I love when you come in, get all cozy in the house again. Everybody kind of goes back to a routine. I mean, I love summer, absolutely love the holidays and the warm, but I love when fall shows up. So we are going to start the first fall craft today. So we're going to do a table center and placemats, and it's super easy and incredibly inexpensive, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. I'm really pleased with it. I even make some more and maybe make some for gifts as well. So I'm going to stop yakking at ya and we'll get on with crafting. Alright, so for this craft, with fall coming, which happens to be my very favorite season, I love summer, but I just love fall and coming in, and it's cozy, and I love the fall colors. So we're going to make our first fall DIY. So all I did, this is just a piece of felt. I got it at the Dollarama, and I just took a placemat and cut it to the same size as one of my regular placemats. So then all we're going to do is I bought 2 packs of these leaves so I can do a couple of different DIYs with them. But so I bought 2 packs of these. You probably won't need 2 for just this one. I just know I've got some other projects coming that I was going to use them for. So I got a whole bunch for $2. So we're just going to start by edging them. This is the one I've already opened. I'm just going to dump them out so I can see the colors that I have and how I want to arrange them. So I'm not going to have a specific pattern. I want them to be kind of random, but I am going to start by putting the leaves in the corners, and I'm just using regular old hot glue to do it. No sewing involved. So I'm just going to glue them down because I'm going to start in the corners, and I think I'll stick with the red in the corners just for a bit of, I don't know, I don't want them to be too matchy, but just a little bit maybe. Oops. And you can use whatever colors you want for your decor, of course. I'm just going to go all the way around, and I'm probably going to do about 2 deep, give or take. And again, just as I said, I'm just going to do it very random. I'm not going to, try and match all the colors and do an orange one and then I'm not. I'm just going to be very random about it. Just overlap them just a bit. And I'm just gonna do it until I've covered the whole thing. I think we'll go with a darker one here again. And being that they're dollar stores, so not, the highest of quality, but they certainly do the trick. You get some that you can see the cut's not real great there. I'm gonna use them anyway, because then I can, when I do an overlap, we can hide some of that and it's not gonna be a big deal. I think I'll start over here too, so I don't always have them overlapping on the same side, if that makes sense, just to keep it kind of really random. Now I have to tell you, this was a Barlow Creations inspired craft. I'm just kind of putting my own twist on it here. And I really, really love Kelly Barlow, so I will leave her link in the description box below. Just love her stuff. She's one of my faves, gotta tell ya. So yeah, we'll just leave her link in there and you can see her take on this. Hers are just gorgeous too. I was really torn exactly how I wanted to do them after seeing the way she did them. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely love them. And again, fall for me is my favorite season. Christmas is my favorite holiday, and I kind of go all out for both or either of those. Like, I just love it. So yeah, I'll go do the second layer here just so you can see how it looks, and then we'll go around the whole thing doing exactly the same thing. Let's see, what have we got? Let's do that one. I even have a hard time raking up my yard because I'm so busy looking at all the pretty colors of the leaves. It gets a bit crazy. It's quite funny. My husband laughs at me constantly over it. So yeah, just like that. And then if you feel like it needs one somewhere, tuck another one in there. Maybe that one. I'll do that. I wish there was a few more yellowy ones, but there weren't. And these are beautiful anyway. I'm quite happy with them, so this will be great for us. All right. So when you've got your couple of layers on, you should be left with something that looks similar to this, depending on how you wanted to do it. So I have decided I'm going to put the word gather in the middle. Now you can get those kind of stencils at almost all the Dollaramas right now. Walmart, of course, anywhere has them. But because I do have a Cricut, I made mine on the Cricut. So I'm going to do this a little bit differently than how I would normally do it, because I didn't use the sticky stuff, the vinyl, to make it, because I'm going to incorporate the word itself in another project. So I just used cardstock. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently than you would do if you had the vinyl. If you're using the vinyl, you'll use the transfer tape, but that's not kind of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to do it a little bit differently, and I'm just going to have to fuss with it a bit to get the little R's and those kinds of things in the right spot. And I'm just going to use like a double-sided tape to hold that down. So trying to do this without ripping anything would be good. Okay, so I've measured it to get it this fairly centered here, and so I'm just going to use some just plain old masking tape to hold down the page itself. Keep it from sliding. And then on these like spots where I want it to sort of stick down better, and for like I did with the R, I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to hold those bits down. And that's just so they stay in place while we do the stencil on there. As I said, if you're using the normal Cricut way where you use the the vinyl transfer, then this would be easier for you. But I just decided to do it this way because I'm trying to use the gather sign too, but I didn't want it to be the vinyl. So we'll just get this all put down, and then we will use it as our stencil. Got it all measured and taped off. We're going to do the stenciling. So you're going to need some paper towel or something along those. I have this as a stencil brush. I love it. It works awesome. But if you just have a piece of sponge or something, that would work just as well. So I'm going to, I've got this beautiful, I think it's even called, what's it called? pure pumpkin. Yeah, you don't get more fall than that. That I'm going to use to do my gather sign. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in my orange paint and take most of it off. You do not want this drippy. Okay, so then we're just gonna go around. Now you always feel like you need more than you actually do. And if you try and put it on too thick, it will seep under the paper. So you just want to go easy. You can always add another layer, but you don't want to put it on too thick to start, or like I said, for sure you'll end up with it seeping under, which just is a picks off for sure. So the other thing you don't want to do is like do a brush stroke. You just want to pounce it, just like I'm doing here. For the same reason, you don't want it seeping under. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. This is where you hope it didn't bleed under, otherwise there might be some, you know, not nice words, not suitable for YouTube happening. Well, this tape is a little sticky for this, isn't it? I'm gently going to pull it off because I'm going to do another one of these. And I do see I did miss the E, but that's okay. The little hole, I guess, for the E. So that's okay. We can fix that without too much trouble at all. That I moved on the E, that's okay, we can totally fix that. So there's our gather, and it's kind of, I like the way it looks sort of blended right into the fabric. Now what I will do is I will go in with just a brown Sharpie and just touch up the E where I missed. I do have the colored Sharpies, and the R as well. Now, if you want it a bit darker, you can certainly use this as your template and go in with a paintbrush and brighten it up. But I kind of like that faded out sort of a look. So I am going to make 2 of these, just like that. And then I'm going to make a centerpiece as well. So I will show you that, what we're going to do there. So I just took a lid of some sort that was about the size I was looking for and made a circle. And we're essentially going to do the same thing. We're going to go around the circle. So these little corners I had to squish. It was my last piece, the way I had to make it fit, but you're not going to see it anyway. So we're going to do the same thing, only this time I'm going to cover the entire thing with leaves. And again, very random. I like that random look. So nothing, I'm not, you know, having a pattern, red, green, orange, whatever. I'm just going to be very random about it. And because we're going to fill the whole thing, I'm not too worried about if I, you know, have them overlapping different ways or not, because it's really not going to show a whole bunch after. And this this may be where I do want to open the other pack just so I get a good variety of colors and all the rest. Yeah, I still have quite a few here, so this package goes a long way. This is a spot if you got like these ones that weren't cut real well. You might want to pick those ones out and put them at the bottom. I think I'm going to watch for those ones. This one that doesn't seem to like have the pattern stamped in it, those kinds of ones, I might just like go through and put the ones that are sort of in the worst shape, I guess, at the bottom. And then watch for the nicer ones as I layer. So now we should be left with something that looks like this, and I think this is just gorgeous. I absolutely love all the fall colors in there. I love the way this turned out, so I will put my whole ensemble together here and I'll show you the final result. So here is our final product, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out. It doesn't get any simpler than that, and it suits my little country kitchen just perfectly. So thanks so much for watching, and I do hope you liked it.